way to Lim, we found out that there's a music festival this afternoon on one of the roads we go down, and we got to another road and it says it's closed, so we sent the tractor in front to see, and we've now got a queue behind us of all the other tractors with the header on, 2 trailers, another trailer, so we're going to see if we can get through. Yeah, the road is shut, so everyone's going to have to turn around. Not ideal. This isn't a very good start. We can't open that gate because there's a padlock on it and it's bolted into the floor. Hopefully we can turn around. The biggest job is going to be turning the Massey around with 2 trailers on. There's the mudguard missing because I knocked it on the header the other day. That's 1 turn round. Now we've got to turn these 2 trailers round. Don't know whether he'll get in a loop. Hopefully he will, if not he'll have to back in that gateway that's only half open. Should just get it in. The road is fairly wide. Well, that's not bad. It's going to go round quite easily, as long as they don't catch each other. No, they're not. That'll do. Just setting off to Lim now, so because the road's closed, we've got to go up through all the houses, round loads of different roundabouts, through Cronton, then skirting Widnes. Then we find the road's closed. This is the pantomime of turning everyone round in the road. Then we're back off again, doubling back on ourselves, heading up now through Bold into sort of the centre of Warrington, right past all the train stations and all the shops and all the different bits of retail and things like that. That was the swing bridge. And then now hopefully we're arriving at Lim. It's Lim truck stop we've just gone past, and here we are putting the header on. Finally got to the field. Fast Track's going to go back with the first load. It's a little bit thin in places and weedy, and it floods over there. We're going to do a lot of drainage up here over winter, but I am tempted to work it, sow it with oilseed rape, more so as a cover crop, but at least, and then in the spring, what are you doing, Robin? Slow down. If it ends up taking, we'll keep it, but if not, at least it's got some cover on the ground over winter. Just going to put the knife all the way down, and then we can scoop up this bit that Robin just spilled. There we go. Robin's just going to level that bit off the back door inside. He did a season in Australia driving chase bin, so I'm surprised he spilt it, but it's because the window on the trailer was dirty, so he's cleaned it now. So you can now see what he's doing. First load's ready to go back now, and the 2 trailers are waiting. First field's done. Andrew's just been using a hedge cutter now to widen the gap in the hedge, well, cut the height out of it so we can lift over it to get into the next field without taking the header off. So he's going to do the same to the other few fields as well, so that we can fit through. So we've got a nice wide gap here now. Loads of pheasant today in this weedy bit. Look at them all. Come on, fly, fly, fly. That just gives you the scale of the flood. There's Olivia with a mum skimming stones on it. It's that big. We've got a drone somewhere. The guy over there has brought a drone to film us. You see how wet it was? Everywhere the drills had left a set of wheel-ins on the John Deere drill, it's just puddled and just rotted, but it's obviously because of the huge flood. Anyway, the new drill now, which should stop that quite a lot if it's a bit tacky, but the main thing is basically just get this land drained. There's the drone. We've always spring cropped this land because it's so wet. Anyway, last year, although it was a wet autumn, but we managed to drill it quite handy, and if we'd have had any sort of normal winter, we'd have been all right, but we didn't, so it's really thin and basically rubbish. So it's probably not yielding too bad compared to a spring crop would have done after that drought, but I mean, you know, it's not even doing 2 tons the acre in places. We knew from the spring though it didn't really have a lot of potential, so we never particularly spent a lot on growing it, so that hopefully there'll be some profit in it. So it obviously had all its fertiliser stuff to push it on and try and get it to tiller, but as for like fungicide and herbicide programs, they will cut right back just to get the growing costs down as much as possible. Just stop there and you can't see, but look at that. That would have done some damage, wouldn't it? It landed in this sort of first stone trap here off the belts. look around the base of the tree, the wheat's perfect because it's obviously kept the soil drier and better structure in the soil. So that's why the rest of it needs badly draining, but there's loads of fall down this end. Years ago, we used to get grants for draining because it was seen as very important, because obviously the better the draining of the soil, the more potential it's got to grow things, so the more food you can grow on it, the less we have to import. So for a country's point of view, it's good for it, but there isn't any at the moment. I think they stopped in like the mid-80s, but it'd be good if they came back, but instead we'll just spend a lot of money draining it, and I guarantee a few years after they might bring drainage grants back in. We do need to find out the depth of the petrol pipeline that runs underneath this land though before we do it, because we don't want to hit that with the drainer or the digger. It might be costly. This feels a little dry. You can see where we patched up with spring and it's survived, and also the wild oats have survived in this field as well. Andrew's reduced this hedge as well on these 3 hedges so I can lift up and go through without taking the header off. Where it's good, it's a really good crop, just where it's not flooded. This is what a well-drained field should look like. It's a really big buzzard thing looking for sort of mice that's coming out the combine. Last field of wheat going in through the combine now of mine, and all the beans is finished, so that's harvest over for me hopefully in about 20 minutes, other than the sunflowers. Got a little bit to do for someone else and a little bit for Bill. High vis Liz, aka my sister, is not a group secretary at the NFU, she's a county advisor. I got it wrong yesterday in the video, so just remember that. For her Christmas present, do you think I should get her a t-shirt with High vis Liz on, or a hoodie? I don't think I mentioned in yesterday's video, but the beans this year, I think we grew 30% less, but harvested 30% more tonnage. That just shows the difference in different seasons from last year to this year. The best field did I think just over 2 tonne, or around 2 tonne to the acre, and the worst did like 1.2. So not ideal, but on average they've probably paid, especially if the price goes up, which it usually does around Christmas, which is when we move them, and then they go to make for seed for other people to grow next year. That's it, last bit of spring wheat, last bit of wheat of harvest 2021. Going into the combine, we've just done 69 acres in 4 hours 15 minutes, so not too bad. It's not often you can be cut 69 acres before 6 minutes past 2 in an afternoon and travel an hour to the field. So we've got on well today. Just now empty into the trailers, drop the header off and travel back another hour. Hopefully it'll be a bit less, but there is a music festival on, so we don't know how difficult it's going to be getting through Warrington town centre. I'll try and I've got a time lapse on the way here, which you've obviously just seen, and I'll try and put a time lapse camera on the way back, or at least mount the camera somewhere so you can see the traffic that we might have to get through. Where's the worst bit in the field to park a grain trailer? Underneath the wires. Oh, he's realised he's moving. Why did you park under the wires, Robin?
So I thought you were loading in.
Ah, we'll let you off then. That's some good timing. We're just pulling up to take the header off, and Richard and his churry red Massey's just turned up to get the header. And we're off now, over the roundabouts, over the M6, heading now towards Warrington. Over the swing bridge, loads of festival goers on either side of the road. If you look everywhere, you can pause it, have a closer look. Out to the other side of Warrington, heading towards Penketh and Bold, but we've got to go round because the road's closed. So we're now basically heading round Cronton Village, for the side of Widnes. Someone's now parked in the way, we've got to get them to move down the closed road that's one way. Back at the yard now, so that's not too bad. We're back before 3:30. Like I say, we've cut nearly 70 acres, and it was an hour away, the hour there and 50 minutes back. So I'll show you the time lapse now on the way home. You might see loads of festival goers. There's quite a lot of people rocking into the festival. There's the last load just coming in now on the 936. Just putting all the string in the baler so that we don't carry it around the yard for the next 18 months. And also it's 14 acres of barley straw that Jonathan's going to go and bale, mop it up out of the way for his cows. So fill the baler with string. Like I say, we'll only have 3 packs to move around all year. Robin's just off with the baler now. I'm going to put this back in the shed. He said he'd clean that window, but you can't really see through it. in the oil seed rape shed now, and we've got some malting barley put in this corner here now, out the way. So this has been sold for malting at a premium. So that's why we've kept it separate from the main feed pile. It's a little bit left just coming out the dryer now. And then this is not wheat seed or not any seed. It's basically clean seed put in bags, so that if we run out of seed that's treated at harvest, we can use that for sowing. Sorry, not at harvest, at drilling time. We can use that. If we don't use it, we just throw it back in the pile and sell it. Is he going to charge? Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm just getting the old hen house out of the field because my mum's now got some tame ducks. Quite fluffy. These are not pet pigeons anyway. This is what we've just caught. It's just going into the dryer now. More than anything, not particularly to dry it, but to clean it, because it's got a lot of weed seeds in it. So it's just circulating in the top up there now. So that's harvest pretty much over for us now, other than some flowers. I've got some barley to cut tomorrow, like I said, and Bill's beans. But yeah, over 2,000 acres now done. So thanks everyone that's watching, loads of new subscribers. Great to hear what you all do for a living as well. So don't forget, if you're a new subscriber, tell us what you do for a living. And also, if you've watched all of them, let me know as well. It's interesting to see how many people have actually gone back and through the back catalogue. If you want to watch another video, it's over there. If you want to subscribe, it's over here. Thanks for watching. And if you've got this far, don't forget to click like, because then at least if people start clicking like, then it shows it to more people and the channel will grow and grow and grow. And then who knows what we'll buy next. But you guys are buying my bateman, so thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow.